get into woodworking with me, Mitch Peacock. I'm just doing a little update here on how progress is going with the oak-based table. I think I showed quite clearly in the pallet version of the table how everything went together. And I said at the time I was copying the table that my uncle made. Actually, I deviated slightly because I decided to put a different profile on the edge of the tabletop. And the other thing was, by accident, I copied the angle of the legs. This outside leg is the original leg set from the table that I took inspiration from. And I measured the internal angle of that leg, and when I transcribed that to the rail and the leg for the pallet wood table, I actually used it as the outside angle. And of course then when I tapered the leg, it gave the effect of it being pinched in more at the top. Actually, I like that effect, and so moving on to the oak one here, I've just got this clamped up in the vise. Hasn't been tapered yet, but I'm looking at a much shallower angle on this one than on the original. And I'm thinking that looks quite nice, so I'm going to go ahead with that angle. And having changed the angle of the legs, doing different joinery on the legs, and changing the profile of the table the same way that I did on the pallet style, this table's becoming a little bit more my design as opposed to the original design. I never want to take full credit for it because a lot of it came from that original design, but it's given it an influence from myself which hopefully other people will like. And really, it's difficult to design anything these days and claim it to be original. If you design a chair with 4 legs and a back, well, you know, they've been around for centuries, so how can you claim that to be entirely your design? It's a process of moving on, borrowing ideas from here and there and coming up with things in your own mind and putting them all together. A chair's a chair. Somebody originally invented a chair, so from that point on the chair was never an original design. That's the way I look at it anyway. So although at the end of the day I'm going to have made changes to the thickness of the legs, the width at the bottom, the taper angle, the width of the rail, the length of the rail, the angle of the legs join the rail, the size of the top, the profile of the top. Made all those changes so every single part of the table will be different. The main design aspect, 4 legs, slightly splayed, cross rail and a circular top, that was somebody else's design, and again they would have borrowed parts of that design from someone that came before them. So to claim it as an original design would be stupid. It's incredibly rare that I ever see a piece of furniture and think, my god, that's completely original. Nothing has been done like that before. Because it's virtually impossible to do that. Very, very occasionally you see something and you think that is so much different from anything else I've ever seen. Could it possibly be original? But if you look deep enough, you'll always find something which has been done before. In effect, it's almost impossible to have a unique design. If you're a creative person and you let that creativity flow into the designs of things that you make, rather than just copying every measurement, every angle from something that you've seen, you can allow your own personality to come through that object and make something which is unique, as in there'll never be something exactly the same as it, although it might look like lots of other things that are out there. But it's got your personality in it, and I think that makes it so much more special. If you're lucky, you'll come up with a design that you won't have seen anywhere else, and you'll make it and show it to people and they'll say, I've never seen anything like it before. And although, you know, if it's a table, everyone's seen a table before, but if you've made it that bit different from everything else that's out there, it gives you a real buzz, so it's definitely worth experimenting. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the build of the oak table and put a few episodes out showing you the differences in technique for the joints, and they'll be along a little bit later probably a few weeks time, maybe a month or so. I've got a competition coming up on my main channel, Toolmake 16, so that's going to be taking up a bit of my time as well, and other things going through the workshop. So bear with me and we'll get some new episodes up as soon as I can. Cheerio! Please take a moment to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on social media for extra photos and videos from the workshop. Cheerio!